So all along during this process, the mortgage lender is going to be working with you and everything as we talked about. You're going to need to get homeowners insurance. You want to make sure that this amazing house that we've found and inspected and everything, if anything ever happens to it, it's going to be insured, right?
Yeah, especially this area with all like hurricanes and flooding.
And that's something big to think of around here is flood insurance and things like that as well. So we like to work with somebody who doesn't just sell one company's product, who's somebody who can look for everything out there and find the best possible solution for you. Erik Fink with Fink Insurance Agency. I love Erik, known him a long time, and that is one of the things I love best about what he does is he will try and find the absolute best solution. Even if it's not him, he will turn you on to somebody who does have that solution for you if for some reason he doesn't have it. So Erik Fink.
So Erik, thank you so much for coming.
Chelsea, thanks so much for having me.
And so you're with Erik Fink Insurance Group. That's your group, right?
Yes.
Love your last name, by the way.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
So what does your company do? And for someone like me that's a first-time home buyer, what would you suggest?
Well, we handle all types of insurance. So we do homeowners insurance, auto insurance, small business insurance. But mainly in our area, being in Hampton Roads, we're high risk for hurricanes. So we primarily handle home insurance for the people moving into the area.
That's like flood insurance and that
Do
kind of
flood
thing.
insurance, yeah, home insurance.
Interesting. Yeah, that's like terrifying, like buying a new house and then like boom, you have a storm you have to worry about, like the flood surges, all that kind of stuff.
It is.
So tell me about like deductibles and kind of thing. Because the word deductible kind of scares me.
Well, the deductible is basically your portion of the transaction. So if your house burnt down to the ground, or you had a tree limb fall off a tree during a hurricane and it hit your house, the deductible will be your portion out of pocket before the insurance company kicks in. So in the local area, being here that we're in Hampton Roads, we are high risk for hurricanes. And we have policies that have no hurricane deductibles, where we have a flat deductible along with your regular deductible, or we have usually a 1% wind, hail, or hurricane deductible, and the max we write is usually a 2% hurricane deductible.
See, that's interesting because I would have no idea about any of that stuff. Be like, yep, take my money, here we go. Oh, there's a hurricane?
Mm-hmm.
So what's the number one piece of advice you would give someone just starting out with all this?
Biggest piece of advice is get with an independent insurance agent like us. You have captive agents like State Farm agents, and State Farm is not a bad company whatsoever. They have very good agents and a very good product. But being that we are high risk for hurricanes, they have to write policies sometimes with a higher hurricane deductible or higher deductibles overall. Allstate has to do the same thing. Once again, very good product, very well written product, very good agents. Being in Hampton Roads, we are high risk for hurricanes, and so dealing with an independent agent, we're able to shop about 30 different companies and find not only the best rate, but best deductible options for the client.
That's something to keep in mind for sure. Because I would probably go to like a big name guy just because you hear them all the time.
It is, and premium's not always the best thing. So you may have a great premium, but a very high hurricane deductible. And if you don't know what the difference is and what that means, and you're just shopping off premium, you could be in trouble if a hurricane hits.
What is your like most, I wouldn't say like scary story about deductibles and hurricanes and all this kind of stuff, but what's like kind of like a tall tale situation you've been through that you would like to, warn people about? Is there anything like?
It really would be premium versus deductibles. I mean, that the hardest thing is a lot of people get hit, or a lot of people get, when you're up against other companies, they'll send over the best thing, and all they're looking at is premium. They're not looking at the in-depth things that are within the policy. You have a lot of endorsements on there, expanded replacement costs, which gives you extra coverage in case you wear out your normal coverage A that's in there as far as to rebuild the home. Inflation kind of comes into play with those. You have personal property replacement. That's important because you don't want to have a TV that loses value over time and you can't replace the TV.
True.
Water sewer backup. That water that comes back up through your drains and overflows and gets on the ground. And believe me, I don't care if you're wearing gloves or a hazmat suit. You don't want to touch that. You rather let a professional handle it. So it's having important endorsements in there to kind of make that policy whole.
Awesome. Well, that was a lot of information that I just absorbed, so I know anyone coming to you guys would really appreciate y'all.
Well, thank you, Chelsea. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.